Greetings! Mantory79 here, and welcome back to another deck profile video for Cardfight Vanguard Deer Days! Alrighty, let's get started. Pressing the A button now. Loading game and proceeding. And here we are in the main menu, off to edit deck menu. And now in today's video, the deck profile I'm going to be making one for is a Keter Sanctuaries, Youthberk, Skyfall Arms, D-BT09. Alrighty, let's begin. Selecting the deck, entering edit deck, and off we go. Here we are in the edit deck menu, and like I just mentioned before, the deck I'm building in today's deck profile video is a Keter Sanctuaries, Youthberk, Skyfall Arms deck, made up of cards only available up until D-BT09. Then okie dokie, let's get started. First we go to filter settings and to pack, show only cards from D-BT1, Genesis of 5 Greats, D-BT2, Rush of Legends, D-BT3, Advance of Intertwined Stars, D-BT4, Awakening of Shakabarthi, D-BT5, Shriver of Brave Heroes, Festival Booster 2021, Festival Booster 2022, Promo Pack number 1, D-BT6, Blazing Dragon Reborn, D-BT7, Raging Flame Nix Emerald Storm, D-BT8, Minerva Rising, and D-BT9, Dragon Tree Invasion. Pack selected, apply filters. Filters applied, let's get started. First up, the right deck. And now for the right deck. For the cards in this right deck we are playing, right deck, Grade 3, Youthberk, Skyfall Arms. Skills, first skill, Auto, Rebel Dress, Auto is a Vanguard. At the end of battle, this unit attacked. Choose up to one card of Rebel form in its card name from hand, write it as stand, and it gets Drive -2 until end of turn. Second skill, Actions of Vanguard, once per turn, cost, discard a card from hand. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose up to one card of Rebel form in its card name from among them, reveal it, put in the hand, or choose up to one Grade 2 or less card from among them and call it a Rigor Circle. Put the rest in the bottom of your deck in any order. Alright, the Grade 3, Youthberk, Skyfall Arms. We have 1 the right deck. Next up, right deck, Grade 2, Knight of Ardent Light, Youth. Skills, first skill, Auto. When this unit is ruled upon by a unit with the Rebel Dress ability, cost, Counterblast 1. If you cost and paid, choose a Grade 2 or greater card from drop and put into hand. Second skill, Auto as a Vanguard or Rearguard. When this unit is boosted, cost, Soul Blast 1. If you cost and paid, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of battle. Okay, Grade 2, Knight of Ardent Light, Youth. We have 1 the right deck. Next up, right deck, Grade 1, Determined to Break Away, Youth. Skills, first skill, Continuous as a Vanguard or Rearguard. During the battle this unit attacked, this unit plus 2,000 power. Second skill, Auto. When this unit is ruled upon by Knight of Ardent Light, Youth. Cost, Soul Blast 1. If you cost and paint, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose up to one card of Youthberk in its card name from among them, reveal it, put in the hand, or choose up to one Grade 2 or less unit card from among them, call it a Rigor Circle, and put the rest in the bottom of your deck in any order. Affirmative, Grade 1, Determined to Break Away, Youth. We have 1 the right deck. And finally, right deck, Grade 0, Youth following in footsteps, Youth. Starting unit, skill, Auto. When this unit is rolled upon, if you went second, draw a card. Confirm, Grade 0, Youth following in footsteps, Youth. We have 1 the right deck. With that, we covered the deck's right deck. Next, let's get on to the Grade 3 lineup. And now, for the Grade 3 lineup. For the Grade 3s in this deck we are playing, the Grade 3, Youthberk, Skyfall Arms. Since we explained this card's skills and effects during the right deck portion of the video, we just skip ahead. For the Grade 3, Youthberk, Skyfall Arms, we have 3 in the main deck. Next up, the Grade 3, Youthberk, Rebel Form, Gust. Skills, first skill, Auto. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle by the Rebel Dress ability. If your opponent's Vanguard grade is 3 or greater, cost, discard a card from hand. If you cost and paid, this unit gets plus 10,000 power and plus 1 drive until end of turn. Second skill, Auto as a Vanguard. At the end of your turn, choose a card with the Rebel Dress ability from Soul and write it as Rest. And alright, the Grade 3, Youthberk, Rebel Form, Gust. We have 3 in the deck. Next, the Grade 3, Youthberk, Rebel Form, Tempest. Skills, first skill, Auto. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle by the Rebel Dress ability, all of your front units gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. Then, cost, Counterblast 1. If you cost and paid, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, choose up to one of your opponent's rear guards with the same grade as any of the revealed cards, put in the bottom of the deck. Then, put all of the revealed cards into hand. Second skill, Auto as a Vanguard. At the end of your turn, choose a card with the Overdress ability from your soul and ride it as rest. Okie dokie, Grade 3, Youthberk, Rebel Form, Tempest. We have 4 in the deck. With that, we covered the deck's Grade 3 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 2 lineup. And now for the Grade 2 lineup. For the Grade 2s in this deck we are playing, the Grade 2, Atrocious, Moth Girl Maple. Skills, first skill, Auto from the drop zone. When your Grade 3 or greater Vanguard is placed during the ride phase. If you do not have a unit with Maple in its card name, you may call this card to Rearguard Circle. If there are 2 copies of this card in drop, you may only call 1. Second skill, Glitter, Glitter Tigra. Active if your Vanguard is a glitter with Tigra in the card name. Auto is a rear guard. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. Cost, Soul Blast 1 or more cards. If the cost and paid, choose a card from your soul with the same grade as the sum of the grades of the cards soul blasted for this cost and put into hand. And put this unit into your soul. And already the Grade 2, Atrocious, Moth Girl Maple. We have 1 the deck. Next up, the Grade 2, Knight of Fracture, Schneisel. Skills, first skill, Auto. When this unit is placed on the Rearguard Circle, cost, Counterblast 1. If the cost and paid, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 Grade 3 card of Youthberk in its card name from among them, reveal it, put into hand and shuffle deck. And this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. Second skill, Auto is a rear guard. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if your Vanguard was placed this turn by riding from a Grade 3, choose one of your Vanguards, it gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. Okie dokie, the Grade 2, Knight of Fracture, Schneisel. We have 4 in the deck. And here we have the Grade 2, Knight of Plowing, Dullbreak. Skills, first skill, Auto from the front row Rearguard Circle. When your Vanguard is placed on Vanguard Circle by the Overdress ability, choose one of your Vanguards, it gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. Second skill, Auto is a rear guard. When this unit attacks a Grade 3 or greater unit, cost Soul Blast 1 card with Rebel Form in its card name. If the cost and paid, this unit gets plus 10,000 power until end of battle. Affirmative, the Grade 2, Knight of Plowing, Dullbreak. We have 3 in the deck. With that, we've covered the deck's Grade 2 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 1 lineup. And now for the Grade 1 lineup. For the Grade 1s in this deck we are playing, the Grade 1, Palladium Zeal Dragon. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may only have up to 4 cards of Continuous Sentinel deck. Second skill, Auto. When this unit is put in the Guardian Circle, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit until end of battle. If your hand has 2 more cards, choose a card from hand and discard it. Alright, the Grade 1, Palladium Zeal Dragon. We have 3 in the deck. Sorry about that. 3 in the deck. And next, the Grade 1, Blitz Order, Elementary Sanctitude. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may only have up to 4 cards of Continuous Sentinel deck. Second skill, Continuous. You may only have 1 Elementary Sanctitude deck. Third skill, Order. If your opponent's Vanguard has triple drive, this ability can be played without paying the cost. Place the cost of, discard a card from hand if your Vanguard is Grade 3 or less. If the cost and paid, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit until end of battle. Remove this card. Okie dokie, the Grade 1, Elementary Sanctitude. We have 1 in the deck. Up next, the Grade 1, Witch of Accumulation, Sequana. Skills, first skill, Continuous as a rear guard. During your turn, if you have a Vanguard of Youthberk in his card name, this unit gets plus 2,000 power. Second skill, Auto as a rear guard. When your unit is placed on Vanguard Circle by the Overdress ability, cost, put this unit into your soul. If the cost and paid, choose one of your Vanguards, increase or decrease its drive to 1 until end of turn. Affirmative, the Grade 1, Witch of Accumulation, Sequana. We have 4 in the deck. Here we have the Grade 1, Pink Moth Girl Maple. Skills, first skill, Auto from drop zone. When your Grade 3 or greater Vanguard is placed during the ride phase. If your Persona roll this turn, and you do not have a Pink Moth Girl Maple on your Rearguard Circle, you may call this card to Rearguard Circle. If you called it, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. Second skill, Glitter, Glitter Tigra. Active if your Vanguard is a Glitter with Tigra in card name. Auto from the back row Rearguard Circle. When your unit in the same column as this unit stands, you may stand this unit. If you do, at the end of the turn, retire this unit. Confirm the Grade 1, Pink Moth Girl Maple. We have 1 in the deck. Finally, the Grade 1, Knight of Vanquished Bow, Spilt. Skill, Auto from the back row center Rearguard Circle. When your Vanguard is placed on Vanguard Circle by the Overdress ability, stand this unit, and this unit gets plus 10,000 power until end of turn. Alright, the Grade 1, Knight of Vanquished Bow, Spilt. We have 3 in the deck. With that, we've covered the deck's Grade 1 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 0 lineup. And now for the trigger lineup. For the triggers in this deck we are playing, the Grade 0, Light Dragon Deed of Honors, Amritonia, Overtrigger. Skill, trigger, additional effect. Until end of turn, you also perform drive checks for the battles your rearguards attack. And alright, the Grade 0, Light Dragon Deed of Honors, Amritonia, Overtrigger, we have 1 in the deck. Here we have the Grade 0, Volition Rigger Dragon, Critical Trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Next, the Grade 0, Blade Feather Dragon, Critical Trigger, Skill, Auto as a rearguard. At the end of the battle, this unit boosted. Cost, put this unit into your soul. If you cost and paid, choose one of your units. It gets plus 2,000 power until end of turn. Okie dokie, the Grade 0, Blade Feather Dragon, Critical Trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Next, the Grade 0, Bard of Heavenly Song, Alpac, Front Trigger, Skill, continuous as a Guardian. If your opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield. Affirmative, the Grade 0, Bard of Heavenly Song, Alpac, Front Trigger, we have 3 in the deck. Next, the Grade 0, Recuperate Angel, Heal Trigger, we have 2 in the deck. And finally, the Grade 0, Affectionate Heart Angel, Heal Trigger, Skill, Auto. When this unit is put in the Guardian Circle, if your Vanguard's grade is less than your opponent's Vanguard grade, this unit gets plus 10,000 shield until end of battle. With that, we've covered the deck's trigger lineup. And a deck that's been built, card effects explained, for the cards in this deck we are playing. 4, Grade 3, Youthberk, Skyfall Arms. 3, Grade 3, Youthberk, Rebel Form, Gust. 4, Grade 3, Youthberk, Rebel Form, Tempest. 1, Grade 2, Knight of Ardent Light, Youth. 1, Grade 2, Atrocious, Moth Girl, Maple. 4, Grade 2, Knight of Fracture, Schneisel. 3, Grade 2, Knight of Plowing, Dolbreak. 1, Grade 1, Determined to Break Away, Youth. 3, Grade 1, Palladium Zeal Dragon. 1, Grade 1, Elementary Sanctitude. 4, Grade 1, Witch of Accumulation, Sequana. 1, Grade 1, Pink Buff Girl, Maple. 3, Grade 1, Knight of Vanquished Bow, Spilt. 1, Grade 0, Youth Following in Footsteps, Youth, starting unit. And for the triggers in this deck we are playing, 1, Amritonia, Overtrigger. 8, Critical Triggers. 3, Front Triggers. And 4, Heal Triggers. With that deck's been built, card effects explained. Next, let's get on to testing out the deck. And here we are in the main menu, going to test out the deck, so selecting the fight menu, choosing CPU fight, selecting the deck I just showcased to you, the Keter Sanctuaries, Youthberk Skyfall Arms, D-Booster09 deck. It all looks okay from here, then choosing the deck, choosing my opponent for the fight. I'm going to test the deck out on, let's see, who would be a good choice. I guess this time I'll use the deck against... Zakusa Ishigami, hard difficulty, and click. The battle begins. Let's get started. And here we are in the fight. Didn't say he goes first, so rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Paper to scissors, I lose. Going second. Drawing our starting hands, I got myself a Schneisel, a Tempest, a Perfect Guard, a Front Trigger, and a Dolbreak. Not too shabby. Redrawing triggers, keeping all normal units. Redraw. Another Palladium Zeal, Perfect Guard, not too bad. My opponent goes first, he rides the Great One, Rutus, Skill of Tectien. He searches his deck for Eclipse Moonlight, adding to hand. Rutus' skill, searching deck for Overcoming Eternity, adding it to hand. End of his turn, my turn. Stand and draw. I ride from the right deck, determine to break away Youth. Right deck cost, discarding, Rebel Form Tempest. Since my Grade 2 Youth can let me add any Grade 2 or higher card from drop back to hand, I can just recycle it back, so... Discarding Tempest, right, Youth. Skill of starting unit, I draw a card. Draw. Maple, yes, good card. Going to battle phase. Youth attacks the Vanguard, 8k. To 10k, drive check. Another Maple. And Pierce. Damage check. No trigger. That's the end of my turn. My opponent's turn. Here we have the Grade 2, Cubizia. Setting the set order, Eclipse Moonlight. Dark Knight activated. The order card skill, he calls a Shadow Army token and Vanguard skill, 5,000 power to himself. And he calls Bubble Mine. Uh-oh. 8k, 15k, and 15k, not counting triggers. I better not take too much damage too early. I guard with Moth Girl Maple, since I can Superior Call her when I write to Grade 3. Guarding with Maple, 13k.
God.
Kachink, survived. Next, here comes Vanguard the Vanguard, 15k. No guard, gonna take it.
No God.
Drive check. Critical trigger, lucky him. Critical the Vanguard and power to Shadow Army. Here comes 2 damage. Ow. Damage check first. Yes, critical trigger, just what I needed. Come on, all to Vanguard. And the second check. No trigger. 25k to my 18k. Guard with the critical trigger, Volition Rigger Dragon, 33k. Next turn, my opponent's going to ride to Grade 3 and get a Superior Call Shadow Army token, so I can't afford to take too much damage too early. Kachink, safe. End of opponent's turn, my turn. Stand and draw. Schneisel, I ride from the right deck, Knight of Ardent Light Youth. Right deck cost, I'm discarding Maple, discard, and ride Youth. Skill of Youth. I Soul Blast 1, Soul Blast, and search the top cards of my deck for... Let's see, I'm gonna add Skyfall Arms, a Persona Ride, or Sfilt, a Restander, huh? Should I get a Persona Ride or a Rearguard? Let's see, if I use Schneisel's skill, I can still search for a Youthberk later, so I guess I can just leave the Persona Ride for later and just call Sfilt to the Rearguard instead. Call! The rest go to the bottom of the deck. Next, I'm gonna call Schneisel to Rearguard. Call! Schneisel skill. Counterblast 1, Counterblast in. Look at the top cards of my deck 4. I add Youthberk Skyfall Arms to my hand. I made the right call this time. Shuffling deck, power plus 5,000. Then I call Dull Break to Rearguard. Call. That should do it. On to battle phase. First, my boosted by Sfilt, my Vanguard to Vanguard, 15k. Not activating skill. Attack goes through. Drive check. No trigger, Gust. 1 damage. Pierce. Damage check. No trigger, safe. Now Dull Break to Vanguard, 10k. Attack goes through. Slash. Damage check. No trigger. Now 15k from Schneisel. Do I go all in or retire Rearguard? I don't have anything to defend with. He can Superior Call once, so better play it safe. Attacking Shadow Army, 15k. The attack goes through. Slash. 1 less Rearguard to worry about. End of my turn, my opponent's turn. Here comes the Grade 2, the Grade 3, Orpheus Regis. Regis' skill, setting an order card. He adds Overcoming Eternity, Abyssal Dark Knight activate. He sets Hollowing Moonlit Knight. The third one, skill, he draws a card. He calls Bubble Mine. I made the right choice. He attacks with the Vanguard, 21k. He Superior Calls 1 Shadow Army. Discarding a heal trigger. Gonna boost Bubble Mine, huh? Overcoming Eternity's skill, he's adding power to Vanguard. I mean the Rearguard Shadow Army. No guard, gonna take it. First check. Heal trigger. He heals the damage. Power to Rearguard. Second check. Double trigger, come on! He heals and stocks up his hand. Here it comes. Ow! Damage check. No trigger, Gust. Now here comes
スキル発動
Bubble Mine skill. He countercharges and soul increases his soul.
ヴァンガードにアタックだ
48k from Bubble Mine. I can't guard it. No guard. Taking it.
ノーガード
Ow. Damage check. Ah, come on, not her. Not Sequana, I need her.
ターン
End of opponent's turn, my turn. Stand and draw. I ride from the right deck, Youthberk Skyfall Arms. Right deck cost, I'm discarding Schneisel.
ナイス
Right, Skyfall Arms. First, I activate... Ardent Light skill, Counterblast 1. Counterblast
ス
and
キル発動だ
I'm going to add Rebel Form Tempest to my hand. Then Maple skill.
スキル発動だ
I call her the rear guard. Call.
スペリオルコール
Then I'm going to activate my Vanguard skill. Discarding. I can't afford to discard my defensive cards. Discarding the extra copy of Gust in my
ス
hand
キル発動だ
to search my deck. Come on, Sequana. Give me a Sequana. Ah, another Schvilt. I call Schvilt to the rear guard. Call.
スペリオルコール
The rest go to the bottom of the deck. That's not good. Switching places of Dullbreak and Maple since... This is a tough choice. Should I... I can afford to hold out for a bit longer. So going... I already have Spilt in the back row for boosting. Just gonna save my Dullbreak when my next turn. Going to battle phase. First, boosted by Schvilt. My Vanguard to Vanguard.
ヴァンガードにアタック
18k.
ノー
The
ガー
attack goes through. Twin
ド
Drive. First
ドライ
check.
ブトリガー
No trigger. Dullbreak. Second check.
チェックザドライブトリガー
Yes! Critical. Just what I needed. Critical to Vanguard. Power 2. Schneisel.
クリティカルプラスパワープラス
And Pierce. Damage check first.
クリティカルトリガー
Critical trigger. Come on. So
クリ
lucky.
ティカルプラスパワープラス
And a second check. Come on.
ダメージチェ
Nothing.
ックだ
Safe. Now it's time to Rebel Dress. Skyfall Arms is skill. I'm gonna Rebel Dress. Youthberk. Rebel Form Tempest. Skill of Schvilt. Stand.
シール発動だ
Plus 10,000 power.
パワープラス
Then, next comes Tempest's skill, Counterblast 1, and plus power to front row, and Counter Blast. Two grade 3 cards, Tempest and Gust. Alright, then my Maple attacks Bobble Mine,
リアガード
15k.
ノーガー
The attack goes through. Slash. One less rear guard to worry about. Boosted by Schvilt. Schneisel to Vanguard, 30k. Schneisel skill plus 5,000 power to Tempest.
ドパワープラス
Guarding Whiff, draw trigger. 33k, just barely enough. Boosted by Schvilt. Tempest to Vanguard,
ヴァンガードにアタッ
38k.
クノー
The
ガ
attack
ー
goes through.
ドいや
Boom. Check.
ダメージチェック
No trigger, safe. That's the end of my turn.
ターンエンド
Replacing Tempest with Skyfall
シール
Arms.
発動
End of turn.
スタンドドロー
He's moving. All right.
ヴァンガードにアタックだ
He's moving his Shadow Army to front. He can't send any more cards. All right. I have plenty of cards in my hand. Just gonna let the first attack go through and block the rest. No guard.
ノーガード
Ow.
ダメージチェッ
Damage check.
ク
Critical trigger.
クリティカルトリガー
I give all effects to the Vanguard.
クリティカルプラスパワープラス
Here comes
ヴァンガードにアタック
his Vanguard,
ストレ
13k.
グスのスキル発動
Superior calling a Shadow Army token.
スペリオル
That Shadow Army gets plus 5,000 power. Vanguard gets power as well.
スキル発動パワープラス
Can't risk an over trigger at this stage. Perfect guard. Perfect guard cost. I'm discarding
発動
Dull Break.
完全ガードだ
And here comes the drive check first.
ドロートリガー
Another draw trigger. He stalks his hand back up. Second
ドライ
check.
ブチェック
No trigger. Not a perfect guard. Come on. Kachink. Survived. Here comes Shadow Army of 30k. Intercept with Maple. And guard with because I have a drop zone card, Maple, but it cannot be called. But hold on, I think I should just leave Maple on top and just guard with a critical trigger. Guard, 38k. And the chink, safe. And my opponent's turn, my turn. Stand and draw. It's time to Persona Ride, let's go. Persona Ride! Youthberk Skyfall Arms, draw a card. Maple skill. I Superior call her on top of. I'll call her over. Maple. Switching positions and powering up. Switching positions. And then I'm going to activate Youthberk skill, discarding Shfilt from hand. Look at the top 3 cards. 4, come on, give me a Sequana. Yes, a Sequana, just what I needed. Superior call Sequana to the back row. Call. The rest go to the bottom of the deck. 2 perfect guards. That's not good. That's it for my main phase, the battle phase. Boosted by Shfilt. Go. Youthberk Skyfall Arms. 28k. Double guarding with 2 criticals. 43k. 2 to pass. First check. No trigger. Another Sequana. Second check. Yes! Heal trigger. I can heal, healing 1 point of damage and giving power to Schneisel. Looking good. The attack may have failed, but now here comes Skyfall Arms of Skill. Overdress. 2. Youthberk. Rebel Form Tempest. Power up. And first I activate Tempest's skill. Power to the entire front row. Then Counter Blast. Reveal 2 cards, a grade 3 and a grade 0. And then I activate Shfilt skill. Restand. Power up. Next comes Youthberk skill, plus 5,000 power to the Vanguard. And Sequana skill, into Soul. Drive plus 1 to Vanguard. Then next, let's see. Here will be 38k, another total 48k of its own skill since I can Rebel Blast later, and Schneisel. So I have 1 drive check. I'm only at 48k, I can afford to not use Schneisel skill to give my Vanguard power, so I'll just bet on a trigger, boosted by Shfilt, Tempest to Vanguard, 48k. Drive 1. Over trigger. Drive check. Heal trigger. Cannot heal, but giving power to Schneisel. Kachink, the attack may have failed, but now here goes Schneisel to Vanguard, 45k. Schneisel skill, giving Vanguard power, but nothing happens. He guards with a perfect guard. I need to use it up, so discarding for the cost A. Draw trigger. Still have 1 more attack to go. Boosted by Maple. My Dual Break attacks the Vanguard. 38k. Dual Break skill. I Rebel Blast Tempest from the Soul. Rebel Blast. Plus 10,000 power. 48k. Another perfect guard. He had another one? Discarding for the cost A. Bubble Mine. Then, in a turn, Tempest's skill, returning Skyfall Arms to the Vanguard. That's the end of my turn. Opponent's turn. Going straight to battle phase. No guard, gonna take it. Ow! Damage check. No trigger, Gust. Shadow Army to Vanguard. I'm gonna guard with Heal trigger, Affection Heart, 23k. Kachink, safe. Here comes Orphis Regis, 13k. He calls 1 Shadow Army. Overcoming Eternity's skill and his own Vanguard skill, they both get plus 5,000 power.
パワープラス
Perfect Guard. Palladium Zeal. Perfect Guard cost, I am discarding
スキル発動
the heal trigger, Recuperate Angel.
完全ガードだ
ドライブチェ
First check,
クリティカル
critical trigger.
クリティカルプラ
All
ス
effects to Shadow Army token.
パワープラス
Second check,
ドライブチェック
no trigger, Persona Ride. The attack is blocked. Ka-chink. Here comes Shadow Army token for 30k, 2 criticals, guarding with Alpac, front trigger. Plus 5,000 power, 33k, just enough. Ka-chink. And if opponent's turn, my turn. Stand and draw. Alright. Final turn. Persona Ride, Youthberk, Skyfall Arms.
今こそ真の力を表せ
Persona Ride! Youthberk Skyfall Arms, draw a card, power up. Not a critical trigger, come on. Then I'm going to just call Sequana to the rear guard. That's enough. To the battle phase we go. Boosted by Schvilt, Skyfall Arms to Vanguard, 28k.
アタックだ
Perfect Guard, he had the third one in hand. Discarding for the cost A. Persona Ride.
チェ
First
ッ
check.
クザドライブトリガ
No trigger, Skyfall Arms. Second check.
ーチェックザドライブトリガ
Over trigger, nice. 100 million power to Schneisel.
ーパワープラス
And my rear guards can drive check now. Now Skyfall Arms, let's do this. Rebel Dress to Youthberk, Rebel Form Gust. I activate Gust's skill. Discarding a card, discarding a critical trigger.
スキル発動
It gets drive plus
パ
1
ワープラス
and Then I'm gonna activate Schvilt skill.
スキル発動だ
Restand.
パワープラス
Power up and Youthberk skill plus 5,000 power.
パワープラス
And not gonna use the Quanta skill this time. There's not really much point since I've already got a over trigger here. I can just conserve a guard here. So boosted by Schvilt, Gust the Vanguard, 53k, 1 drive. Perfect guard again. That's the fourth one.
完全ガードだよ
Drive
チェッ
check,
クザドライブトリガ
Gust. The attack fails. Boosted by Maple, go, Dobrave,
ーヴァンガードにアタック
28k. Youthberk skill, Rebel Blast, the Gut, the Tempest,
発動
plus 10,000 power, 38k.
パワープラス
ノーガード
チェックザドライ
Drive
ブ
check.
トリガー
No trigger. 1 damage. Slash.
ダメ
Check.
ージチェッ
No trigger. Safe. 6 damage, I win.
俺の勝ち
Huh, that was a pretty good fight. I got to try the new cards to this deck and make them work out pretty well for me, so I got win, attack 50,000 more power, perfect guard, successful final turn, drew an over trigger, did a Persona Ride, 8 turns passed, did a Superior Call, retired 5 opposing units, and drew 3 more times in 1 turn. I got 3150 DP, total 547,975 DP. Pressing A to go next. And here we are back in the fight menu, leaving fight menu, going back to main menu,
どのファイトをする
back in the main menu to edit deck menu.
どの
With that, the deck's been built, card effects explained, and I just finished testing the deck on front of you. So first I want to say is, thank you to the viewers for watching today's video, and to please stay tuned for more videos I plan to upload in the near future. I'll also be able to show support by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my videos and channel. And with that I say, goodbye.